Okay. Waiting a sure people show up or not. Give it like another minute or so. Actually, I need to get my water. Wait, this is a stream? Yeah, it's a stream, Tricky. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is gonna be a stream where I kind of play through say hi to my Down syndrome son. Will do. Hi, Down syndrome son. Yeah, this is gonna be like a playthrough of my Blood Money campaign, and I'm just gonna, because I thought about, like, you know, doing like a playthrough where I kind of give some commentary on the I'm not gay, okay. Anyways, yeah, I was thinking about like doing a playthrough of what I've played so far to show off the progress I've made, as well as like kind of provide some like commentary on the levels and the creation of the game and whatnot. Yeah, that's what I thought I would do. Just for the sake of it, as well as by the time I'm done playing through it, maybe like do some extra map editing for the newest map that I'm doing. You're not gay, but you got boyfriend. Okay. All right, yeah, for real though, I'm gonna get my water bottle. How's the audio, by the way? Is everything coming through just fine? Hopefully it's coming through just fine. Seems like, yeah, it seems like everything's fine on my end, at least how it looks. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get my water. Okay. Audio's good? Cool. Perfect. All right, so let's get started with this train, or this stream train. Difficulty, got the credits. Yeah, I've made some changes today, but I'll have to go take a shower. So if you're gonna stream still in about 20 or 30 minutes, I'll probably stay on and snack. That's cool. Yeah, you do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, Tricky. I'm just glad you're here. Dog just walked in. So, by the way, if anyone has played the demo or the playtest versions of this game, I've definitely made some changes. One of the changes I've made as of yesterday/today, I updated the portraits to have like more of a red look, as well as updated the UI to be red. And in fact, I like it. I like how it looks. I like how it looks because whenever the dialogue comes up, because before it would have this like kind of blue look to it whenever the dialogue would come up, but now it's like red, like even like the actual like overlay. Oh, it's very subtle, but it has this cool look to it, that, or not cool look, it has more like of an oppressive look to it now, and I really like how it looks. Also, it's kind of like a neat little callback, I guess, to like Intravenous 1, where it had the red portraits and whatnot. So, and since it's called Blood Money, I thought blood, red, you know. So as far as like how I edited the portraits, basically what I ended up doing was I took the sprite sheet for all the portraits and just replaced the blue colors. The red interface is very beautiful. Thank you, Shelby, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I just took the sprite sheet for the portraits for Intravenous 2 and just did a color replace on all the blue colors to make it look more red. So that's what I ended up doing. I like how it looks. I like how it looks. Also, I ended up taking some code from Astro's final contract campaign, or demo rather, of the campaign that he's working on, which I have no idea what's going on with that guy. I hope he's okay, because like as far as I know, he hasn't been on like the Exclusive SWAT Games Discord or the other Discord that I frequent at all, and so I have no idea what's going on with him. So, but yeah, credit to Astro for the code to change the UI colors for the campaign. So let's talk about the levels and how these maps came to be. So, for example, this is the first map, which is just the intro level. Now, the funny part is, this intro map was essentially a recreation of the intro map or the apartment map in the Collateral campaign or the Intravenous 2 campaign. However, I did it from scratch. I did it all from scratch because if you were to say, look at the map here and compare it to the one in Intravenous 2, it's much smaller, and that was unintentional, but it was a happy accident. I'll say that it was a happy accident because I didn't expect it to turn out the way it did, but I kind of like it, and thematically it makes sense for the story I'm going for, which is, you know, because literally we're taking control of Sean, who's like 3 months after the main events of Intravenous 2 is now living a normal life, but because, you know, he's going straight and narrow, he's having trouble adjusting. So it's like so for me, like, making this recreation of his apartment and having it feel a little bit more small and cramped, I think thematically fits for the journey he's going on in this story. Yeah, also the whole unlocking the door to the apartment is a callback to the Collateral campaign. Yeah, and it was kind of funny. I remember when I did playtesting, the first playtest for this campaign, literally it was the funniest. Well, it wasn't funny at first, but in retrospect it's funny because like everyone that was playtesting it was just breaking the shit out of this map because it taught me a lot about the actual map creation. Like, for example, if you don't intend for certain people to open certain doors or break through them or anything like that, even like doors like this, for example, like you got to make sure they're unbreakable when they're locked, because otherwise they're just gonna break it and you know, just fuck with your flow and fuck with what, you know, you're trying to guide the player to do. Oh, by the way, as a bit of a commentary on the or not commentary, but rather like to comment on this whole thing with the news reporter, because I'm actually thinking about possibly making a prologue episode or a prologue map where you play as a bodyguard for the guy that is reported to be murdered in this dialogue, right? So that's so I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm thinking that might be something I do near the end, because I'm really thinking about more so just kind of finishing up the main meat of the campaign and then having any extras be done at the end of like the development, so that way yeah. So anyways, but that's something I'm thinking of doing, and the idea would be for that prologue mission is you're playing as a bodyguard. You hear gunshots going off, like, oh, fucking, they're everywhere, you know, Gideon's men. And as the bodyguard, you go rush to try to find, what was it, Jack Harbison, the media mogul, only to open the door and you just get shot in the face. Like, that's the idea. But whether that gets made, that really just depends on whether A, I want to do it by the end of development, or B, whether that's, you know, I don't know. It just depends on things, and depends on how things go about, or how things transpire over the coming months. Okay, so yeah, Sean is thinking about killing Gideon because that fucker disappeared in Intravenous 2. Now, and in fact, I've gotten comments about that. Like, wait a minute, if this is a follow-up to Intravenous 2's Collateral campaign, like, he fucking dies for, like, no matter what. So what the hell? It's like, I'm like, well, yeah, this is a what-if campaign. This isn't like a... Like, I'm not treating this like an actual... Well, I am treating it like an actual expansion, but it's more so just... Like, it's a what-if scenario. Like, what if after the events of Intravenous 2, or during the events of Intravenous 2, you go to kill Gideon, and he's just gone. Him and his men are just gone all of a sudden. And then, you know, you kill Jacob, and then all of a sudden, you're... trying to live a normal life, and you just can't, you know, Sean's like struggling, you know, he's struggling to deal with normal life and all that, and then on top of that, he knows that Gideon's out there somewhere, and then he's watching the news and he's seeing all these murders and things going on, and he's like on the news and whatnot, and he's like, that's got to be Gideon. And it's like a soldier like that just came home from war, like just we're hearing about what's going on in the conflict overseas, and he's just thinking like, man, if only I can go back there, and, you know, but I can't, you know, it's like I've been discharged, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, you know, and then there's a bit of PTSD going on where he's like trying to live a normal life, but, you know, he's still thinking about the you get what I mean, right? I'm just rambling at this point. I like Gideon. I bought the I bought IV2 because I found the demo with Gideon's campaign in my library. When I bought IV2 and saw that Gideon was not the main one, I was upset at first. Yeah, if anything, my issue with Gideon's inclusion, with Gideon's inclusion was the fact that as a villain, like, he was not fleshed out very well. Like, because the mercenarism demo, or the mercenarism campaign, as some may call it, like, he has a character and he seems interesting, and then you as Sean, you interact with him, as brief as it is, and he has a personality that's interesting. And on top of that, he's kind of like a polar opposite of Sean, where Sean, I dub him the hitman with a heart of gold. And, you know, Gideon, he's straight up just a mercenary. He's like a soldier for hire, basically. And he has his own, like, regiment of troops. And he just goes and kills people for money. And he doesn't give a fuck about morals. He doesn't care about being the good guy. You know, he doesn't care. He's just killing for money. And then up comes Sean, who has this moral, like, indignation about, like, killing only the bad people and all that stuff, which is, you know, admirable in a sense, but at the same time, you're still just killing for money. So I was kind of hoping there would have been, like, that dynamic, but unfortunately Spy did not do that, and that kind of made me upset, which is why this campaign exists to begin with, why this is being made. It was literally to just expand on the character of Gideon and kind of the dichotomy between Sean and Gideon as a character. Okay, and then someone knocks at the door. Who is it? It's Steve! Steve Intravenous. So, yeah, it's this campaign has definitely come a long way, because I remember initially when I was working on this, I could only use Balaclava Steve as a decor, which was really annoying. In fact, I was kind of wondering why certain in like the vanilla without like what was it, NPC plus or visuals plus or whatever, visual overhaul, I forget what it's called, the workshop item. I was kind of disappointed that you couldn't use in the main, like in the main map editor, like vanilla, like as it is, without workshop items. I was kind of disappointed that you couldn't use ply hair as a decor or anything like that. So I was like, huh, how do I do that? And then yeah, what was it, Objects Plus or not, or extra NPC visuals or whatever, like that got released on workshop. And so I took a look at the code and I found that, oh, there's that's how you add this in. So, and I didn't want to have people require to download another mod in order for me to just have a thing in the campaign, you know, just for one little thing. So instead I just made it so that I wrote it into the code of the main like campaign Lua or the main Lua to add the decor of ply hair. So, which is Balaclava lists Steve. So thematically it makes sense, or not thematically, but narratively it makes sense that he's showing up as a civilian, not as a commando in a balaclava. Yeah, I got the same feeling during the main campaign. I was wondering if we would have some interaction with Gideon, but he is forgotten. Yeah, pretty much. In fact, it was funny too, because I remember in a stream someone asked Spy, because he did a development stream, someone asked Spy about Gideon and all that, and he kind of just basically admitted that the only reason Gideon existed was for the demo, and that was basically it. He did not intend for him to be this deep character, and that kind of disappointed me. It kind of disappointed me that he kind of just looked at it from a very not narrow-minded, but like he didn't take advantage to try to tell, you know, more of an interesting story with the character. So it was kind of unfortunate, but that's why I'm doing it. So wow, but this red interface gave a very good charm to the weather. I really liked it. Yeah, no, I like how it comes, how it looks. I like how it has more of a red, like almost is like with the UI and the Collateral campaign, it's very blue and has this cool feel, whereas the UI with the red, it gives it more of this almost like warm / oppressive feel to it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I like how it came out. Yeah, and then Sean or Steve reunites with Sean, and he goes to talk to him about Gideon and all this stuff, which, by the way, all this stuff is in the demo for the Steam Workshop. So if you know, so I'm not gonna really be going over too much of the story beat for beat. I'm not gonna read everything because you can pretty much just play this. But yeah, basically Steve comes to try and recruit Sean again, but Sean's like, nah, I said I was gonna be, you know, live a normal life and all that, you know, because I promised my father, and blah 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 blah. So that's the first level. Okay, so this is gonna actually be interesting. So this second level, Evergreens. By the way, if you live in the United States and you hear the words Evergreens Pharmacy, you're probably thinking of another pharmacy chain. And that was intentional, because I actually did, I'm not going to name it, because I'd rather not talk about it, but I did work at this one pharmacy chain. So I thought, like, okay, so story-wise, okay, Sean's living a normal life now, so he's got to have a job, right? He's not a hitman anymore because he's trying to live a normal life. What job would he work? I don't know. Work at a pharmacy as like a cashier or some shit. I don't know. And so essentially this map is just a recreation of my previous workplace. Not like one-to-one. It's not a one-to-one recreation, because there's only so much I can do within the map editor, but it's as close as it can get. Also, I have made some changes to this map since I initially released the demo. Mainly just because there were some complaints about this map and how there wasn't as many options for stealth, and that it kind of feels like you're kind of railroaded into doing one thing. And so I was like, okay, well, what do I do? So I have added some more light switches to the main area of the store. So that's something I've done. I added more light switches. Okay, so he gets pulled into the office because he's in trouble. Sean's a bad boy. Also, by the way, I'm thinking about adding maybe like a new portrait for like these goons slash for like the more like the random NPCs that I don't care to have a name or anything like that. You know, just or not even have a name, but rather like if I don't intend for them to have a face, maybe like add a portrait that's just like more obscured, so it's like a random, it could be anybody, it could be a random person. Oh, what the fuck? They're talking to each other. Hey, you go to the game yesterday? You watched the game? Nah. What the fuck? Funny enough, I actually the lines, because there's a line here where he tells this employee to kick rocks, you toilet scrubber. I actually did write a line that was actually a little bit more filthy and possibly offensive to some people. Actually, going back to the job the job I worked that inspired this level, there were so many thefts, and most of it was homeless people that were on crack and fent, and you know, it's like, and the shit I would hear these guys say, like whenever you catch them and you're like, yo, you gotta go. Like I've heard some like over the top like language that even like, because and it doesn't really faze me that much, but it's like even then it's like it's shocking. So I originally did try to write a line that was like vulgar and definitely upsetting, but I decided against it just because, one, I don't know how that would play on like Steam Workshop or anything like that, whether that would be against TOS or whatever. So it is what it is. I have a mania that I don't like, that is to exclude things that I don't like. So my first maps were already deleted a long time ago, which makes me sad. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know why you did that, but that's your choice, I suppose. Because one of them I invested a lot of time, but when it came to messing with goals and cutscenes, everything was buggy. Yeah, yeah, like that stuff can be a little complicated, especially depending on how in depth you want to go with those kind of systems. Because like just for my campaign alone, I've invested a lot more time into just writing objectives and other things into the campaign using Lua code just to get them to work properly. Not that you need to. I'm doing it because like there are certain things I want the game to do for me, for my campaign, that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. But it is possible to do certain things like the cutscenes and objectives and whatnot within the game. But as far as like all that stuff and how that stuff works, it's not really explained very well. So I will at some point get to releasing a tutorial series of videos, like kind of explaining everything, or as close to everything as I possibly could. But yeah, I'm gonna call the cops. But yeah, no, seriously, the last job I was working at, like, dude, there's so much thefts and there was no security. In fact, the line here where he's getting reprimanded for like, what was it, beating the shit out of a junkie who brandished a knife. This is real shit, by the way. Well, I didn't have a knife brandished on me, but dude, I was robbed once. I fucking like, yeah, like there was just crazy shit that happened at that job. Now I'm creating small maps to test specific things. Only then I can create a complete map that works. With the help of the staff in the Discord, I'm able to evolve until... okay. Yeah, good. I mean, as long as you're getting the help you need, and you're able to figure out how to do certain things that you're looking to do, then good. That's awesome. Yeah, no, but like I said, like I almost got scared by that gunshot for a second. But yeah, like, what was I saying? But yeah, like just the shit I've seen working at that pharmacy was like, there's like guys that were coming in that was talking about the devil and stuff like that. And, you know, everyone's the devil and fucking, you know, I got the devil in me and all, you know, just crazy shit, you know, like, dude, I had fucking matcha tea thrown in my face. Like, I've had crazy shit happen at that job. It was horrible. I'm glad I don't work there anymore. Okay, so yeah, the goons or the shoplifters with guns shot one of the employees. Okay, and then Sean's gonna take it up. He takes it on himself. You know, he kind of snaps and he's like, you know, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this shit no more. This is the last straw. I'm gonna kill these fuckers. And in fact, I've had people ask the question like, hey, why is it that you can't like go do this non-lethally? And the reason why, at least according to my mind, was that because he's dealing with all this stress and, you know, dealing with hold on one second. I turned down the sound for a second so I could hear myself. But yeah, like the idea was after the guy gets shot, like he basically snaps, you know, because and having, you know, not been a hitman for like several months and, you know, trying to live a normal life and struggling to live with a normal life, you know, he's having a tough go of it. He's an alcoholic now. So like finally an employee gets shot and killed. And that's kind of his come to Jesus moment, so to speak, where he goes like, okay, fuck all this. I'm gonna fuck these guys up. Also, by the way, shout out to Yumabibus, Yumemibus, or however you say his name, who suggested adding the ability to kill via melee. Because, oh shit. Oh shit. Because it makes sense, and it also makes more sense to have him give Sean the ability to kill via melee, because people were asking like, why can't you just do this non-lethally? And it's like, in my mind I was like, well, because I didn't want you to, like, thematically and story-wise, it makes sense that he kills all of them, because otherwise if you just non-lethal everybody, it makes the later story segments make less sense. So I was like, okay, well, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, really? Okay. No. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now I'm creating small maps to test specific things. Only then I create a complete map that works. Oh wait, no, I already read that. Yeah, people complained about this map, specifically because it was kind of funny. It was actually kind of interesting, because it seemed like a lot of the complaints resulted around people not starting with a gun. And it made me realize, like, oh yeah, that's right. In Intravenous 1 and 2, you're never ever started in a map without and being forced to not have a gun. So I thought that was fascinating to see people, you know, to put people in this situation where you're starting off, you don't have a weapon on you. You don't have a weapon at all. You don't have a knife. You don't have a gun. You don't have a assault rifle, a shotgun, nothing. You just have your fists. So to see people complain about that, I'm like, well, I mean, here's the thing. Well, for starters, like, if you're playing Blood Money, it would be safe to assume that you've played either Intravenous 2 or Intravenous 1. So you know what to expect. This is for newer this is not for newer players necessarily. This is for players that have played the main games already. So like the idea is it's more intravenous, but at the same time, like I want to, you know, like if you've played the game enough and you know how everything works, like this should not be a problem for you. But apparently it's been a problem for certain people. But that's why I've added stuff like the new light switches and whatnot, because yeah, like the light switches in the main area of the map, because so many people were like, you know, or not so many, but there was a good amount of people that were complaining where they're like, you know, why can't, you know, it feels like I can't do anything, or it feels like I have to cheese everything, or, you know, and this is why. And it's like, okay, well, I guess I can make these changes. So currently I'm happy with where the map's at now, so that's important. And we're just gonna skip. I got nothing else to add to that. Also, by the way, I need to take my dogs out for a quick potty break, so give me a second. I'm gonna come back in just a bit. Okay, I'm back. Oh, wrong camera. I don't want the camera on me today. Just the game. Steam. This guy sold me Fent behind the local Home Depot. Hey, welcome back, Turkey. Let's see here. In my campaign will be few missions that will start with weapons. I like this idea of starting with nothing and having to turn around on it. I know, right? I thought it was a neat idea because, like, but it was funny just seeing people complain about that. Like, well, what am I supposed to do? I don't got weapons. I'm like, stealth. Knock them out. Take their weapons. Also, there's knives in the fucking... Like, I don't even think people know that there's knives that I placed in the map, as well as, like, cans and bottles that you could throw to distract people in the Evergreens pharmacy map. It's like people don't know, or they're just not... I don't know. It's weird. But whatever. It is what it is. I like the way the map is now, at the very least. Okay, let's see here. Cradle Inc. By the way, for those that don't know, the weapon that Steve starts with is an MP5SD, which is, if you haven't played the demo campaign for it, is a unique weapon. So he immediately starts off with a unique weapon. And by the way, it's yeah, it's a pretty good one too. Like for stealth, like even when you use like 9mm supersonic, like, you know, the regular 9mm bullets for it instead of subsonic, it's quiet as fuck. People are bitches. Well, at least some of them are. Also, by the way, I've added this new detail where if you look away, there's like a container on those containers, but if you look towards it, it just fades away. I thought that was cool because I saw someone what the arena map, or the arena MP5 SD is solid as fuck. Yeah, no, for real, it's a really good stealth weapon in this game. It's almost broken how good it is. Yeah, I saw someone use this trick in yeah, I think it was the arena the Intravenous arena mod or whatever. And I saw that little detail. I'm like, oh, that's neat. Like, why hasn't anyone else why hasn't anyone else done that in their maps? So I decided to add that as a little detail. I bet people won't know just like the gas station bushes. I know. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, exactly. I love this guy just complaining about being in the rain. Like, why can't I just be inside and patrol and have a cup of joe? Like, what the fuck? Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore, bro, because you're dead. Yeah, okay, I didn't miss anything. Oh, okay, so those guys are gone. Oh, shit. God damn it, I hate it when that happens. Oh, darkness now. Right. Oh, I forgot I put it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hurry up. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Jeez. Oh, fuck. I'm dead. Or not. Never mind. Wow. I'm surprised I actually survived that. Holy shit. That was close. But yeah, that did not go well. Also, I'm playing at 1080p. Normally I play at... Oh, whoops. Nope. Close that shit. I don't want that open. Fuck you guys. You're not coming through here. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay, well, there we go. I love it when they fall over each other. It's just so funny. I can't see. Oh, oh. Yeah, I'm not used to playing at 1080p, so just because normally when I play at, because I play at 3440 by 1440p, so I'm able to see a lot more of the map normally. But playing at 1080, it's like such a night and day difference. It's like you don't see as much. Feels weird. Okay. That was one way to sneak around them. That was pretty funny, actually. If you shoot the light beakers or whatever it's called, and hold on a second, I need to get in the vent. If you shoot the light breaker, the breaker switches or whatever it's called, enemies can't turn it back on. Yeah, I love that little detail. That's one of my favorite like strats to do when playing Intravenous. Like find the breaker box, turn it off, and then just shoot it so that they can't fucking turn the lights back on. Okay. Close this shit. Shit. Oh boy. Ooh, okay, you know what? I think that hurt me. Good. Turn that off as well. I don't have the... Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, I'm actually surprised I haven't died on this map yet. Oh yeah, speaking of like maps and like the creation of them, this map, the only thing I regret is like I kind of wish it was a little bit bigger, and it was a great example of sometimes making a map, or there's nothing wrong with making a map too big, but there is something wrong with making a map too small. Because if you make a map too small and you want to increase the size, you can't. It's like once you make the map size, it's like you're stuck with it. So you better hope that you don't need the extra space. Oh, by the way, as another little comment, that animation you see where Steve's pointing the gun one-handed, because there was a issue that ended up happening. Actually, Tricky, you actually helped me solve this problem, because I fucked up, and because the original plan with this, well, and it still is the plan. The plan with this mod is I didn't want to add any content or have to have this content dependent on other content. And one of the pieces of content that you can get for this game is IV1R, Intravenous 1 Remastered. So, like one of the things that during playtesting, especially Tricky, he ended up having the game just crash on him like multiple times. And in fact, he did like a stream, and I watched the VOD for it. I wasn't awake for it at the time. And like he was crashing on, what was it, the first map? Whenever Steve was, we opened the door for Steve, it would crash there. And then there was also another issue with this map that happened. And I didn't know what the hell was going on. And it was only until I saw him play this map and realized, because one of the original track I wanted for the music track for this that I wanted initially was Vex, because I love that track from IV1R. But when I saw him play it on his VOD, that track wasn't playing. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And that's when I realized, oh, it's because I'm using content that some people may not have. So it's trying to call content that just doesn't exist. And because of that, it's crashing the game for some people. So I had to change certain content from this campaign to not use content like the IV1R assets, stuff like that. That being said, this animation is still present if you have IV1R. And thankfully, this doesn't break the game if you don't have it. If you don't have IV1R, it'll just have the regular like pointing animation of the gun. But if you do have IV1R, it does play this animation. If you press W, move up on the screen. I forgot then, lol. That wanted to know how to put these specific animations in my cutscenes. Well, I could show you in a bit how to do that. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna get through this campaign. OST Plus is calling you. I actually do need to subscribe to that that workshop mod because I saw it released earlier, or like yesterday, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I'll make sure to subscribe to that. But yeah. And then I was kind of thinking about at some point just having either whether it would be me or someone else like a Thigigna, like make some new portraits, but I'm on the fence on whether I want to add new portraits because for those who don't know, this is literally the Pablo portrait for IV2 collateral. So I'm just repurposing things. I'm repurposing assets. But personally, I don't think it really matters too much. Okay, now hopefully I fixed that portrait earlier with Baldy. Yep, okay, I fixed it. Cool. Because when I was switching over to the new portraits, or new, the color changed Blood Money portraits as opposed to the original portraits. Like I made a mistake where I used a Steve portrait in this dialogue, so thankfully I did not make that mistake. Oh, by the way, the Angel of Death line, yes, I did take that from you, Tricky. And actually, funny story, when I was doing voice work for Home Depot Dungeon, which is another workshop mod for IV2, there was a line that he wanted me to do. I forget how it was written. It was like, fuck, how did he write it? It was like, I am the Death Angel or something like that. But, you know, as a native English speaker, I read the Death Angel. I'm like, that sounds wrong. That does not sound right to say. But I did record it that way. And then I did it the other way, how I would say it, or how most people who speak English fluently would say it. To be, I don't know if grammatically correct is the term, but it would just sound better. So I did a take where I said, you know, I'm the Angel of Death. And so literally after that, as a nod to Home Depot Dungeon, and in fact, because originally the line, instead of it being I'm the Angel of Death, I'm coming to take your soul, like originally it was like I am the Widowmaker, or I'm the your one, no, it was I'm your one-way ticket to the grave. Which I just hated that line. I'm like, but I don't know what else to say, or I don't know what else Steve would say. Like I was trying to think of a good line, and so then I did that, you know, Death Angel thing for HDD. I'm like, Angel of Death. That's actually cool. I actually like that, so I took that. So thank you, Tricky. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have come up with that line. All right, so hopefully I don't run into too many fuckers on the way out. You don't see me. Okay. Oh, whoops. Nice. Hopefully no one's coming after me. Good. Poor Pablo only appears to die. Yeah, pretty much. Death Angel the band. Oh, is that why you used that line? Death Angel. I'm the Death Angel because you were. Ah, okay, that actually makes more sense. Because when I read that line, it just sounded wrong. It just sounded wrong when I was like, I'm the Death Angel. Like, so that's actually interesting. I didn't know that. I did not know that, Tricky. Regardless, thank you, Tricky. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have come up with the better line, I'm the angel of death and I'm coming to take your soul. I like that line a lot better. Okay, Southside Bar. Because, yeah. I do not know why that sound's playing. And it's only recently it's been doing that. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is. Because I do have a goon, if you can't tell. I have a goon right here. In there. But he's set to unconscious state. And since he's the only goon on the map, and because he's set to an unconscious state, it plays the all goons knocked out or neutralized sound effect. But yeah, that's kind of annoying. I mean, I guess the one thing I could do, because technically you can't really play this map, is like maybe just take a sprite and just add it as its own texture, and then just set that texture in there. So that's probably something I could do to get around that. That's kind of annoying, because before it wasn't doing that, but now it is. So that sucks. Also, a fun fact about this map, it's extremely small, and it's, you know, it's two segments. There's the bar segment, and then there's the police station segment. But I divided it in two. So if you were to look at the map in full, it looks really bizarre. But, you know, but if you're just playing the map normally, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know at all. It's because you're only seeing so much of the map because it's a story-based level. Rip an unconscious asset. Yeah, rip it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. Come on! I'm totally fine. Come on, just one more drink. I loved writing the really drunk Sean lines. Just cause like he's just hammered. He's hammered to shit. He's just slurring his words. You're no fun, man. Got the cops coming in. Okay, we're just gonna skip ahead. Speaking of development on this mod, one of the things I'm gonna have to go back to do, because recently I've been, instead of writing dialogue within the map editor, I've been writing dialogue via Lua. And the reason I started doing that instead of writing the dialogue in the maps itself was because I wanted to do the gesture animations during the dialogue. So I'm like, hey, how do you do that? Because there's no way to do it in the map editor. There really is no way to do it. I'm like, well, what the fuck's going on? Why can't you do that? And then I realized, especially after ripping all the files from Intravenous 2 and taking a look at all the Lua files and using the LuaJIT decompiler to take a look at the files, I realized oh, that is, so the spy wrote all the dialogue in Lua files, and then just, that's how he did it. So I was like, oh, okay. But it made me wonder, why can't you do that within the map editor? Honestly, the thing about the map editor is that it's very obvious. It's programmer first, ease of use second. It was very obvious that it was made by a programmer for programmers. I mean, it's not entirely that bad. It's not like that obtuse. Well, it's kind of obtuse, to be honest. But, you know, it's not that bad, but still, there are people that, yeah, it is what it is. Also, it was funny because I remember watching that VOD from Tricky. He mentioned, because he's like, wait a minute, these fuckers sobered him up in less than an hour? That's impossible. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. It's stupid that he's just all of a sudden sober, all of a sudden. You would have to have the best electrolyte replacement thing to get someone to sober up that quickly. It would just not be possible normally. But for the sake of the story, it shouldn't matter. It's whatever. Okay, so so Sean makes the mistake of talking to the police and not getting a lawyer immediately. Because yeah, if you're ever interrogated by the police, just ask for a lawyer. Don't fucking speak to them. Like, don't tell them anything, especially if it possibly implicates you in murder. Oh, and here comes Lee Da. Or Ped 4, because that's the Ped 4 visual. I was so upset to find out that, because there is a visual for Lee Da, which is called Mole, but there's only standing animations. So anytime you get him to move around, it just switches to Steve in his balaclava commando outfit. So I was kind of disappointed. So yeah, instead I just I decided to use the Ped 4 model. And I'm thinking of what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Ped 4 model and make like a new, like, sort of or like change the palette like of the shirt, like give him like a black shirt, so it's like, no, this is not Ped 4, this is Lee Da with animations and whatnot. So that's something I'm thinking of doing, but it's Lee Da cosplaying as Ped 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip over a lot of this. Also, by the way, see that guy? How he's just walking away and you don't hear hear him make any footsteps, and you don't see his feet moving. I don't know what happened, but it's like, because I had him sit down in that chair, but the moment I got him to move, it's like his feet stayed behind. So it's kind of weird. Okay, hold on one second. I need to refresh the studio real quick. Okay, yeah, everything seems fine. Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, this scene coming up, which, by the way, if you haven't played the demo already, go do that first. Go to Steam Workshop if you have Intravenous too. And then just, I'm mainly speaking to the people who are going to watch the VOD, and maybe haven't played this. But yeah, if you haven't played the demo already, play the fucking demo. But if you have, then I'm just going to talk about, like, spoilers and shit for up to where the demo ends. But yeah, this segment I was actually really happy how it came out, because there's a moment in this where, because up to now, like, you have this, like, this feel there, it's built up that Sean's like struggling with the normal life, and he's struggling with, you know, normalcy, and, you know, he's having a tough time of it. He's an alcoholic now. You know, he finally snaps, kills some fucking dude, or kills multiple guys rather, and then you know, gets arrested or detained, you know. And so then there's the reveal, which, by the way, I'm gonna skip over. Yeah, he tells him to shut up and goes to a corner, sulk. Yeah, I forget who suggested it. I think it was, who was it that suggested it? Was it Zeus or was it Astro? I forget who suggested changing the music mid conversation to have something sad play. And because the reason why is that it's revealed in this cutscene that that his dad's dead, basically. You know, so if you played Intravenous Collateral, the main campaign for Intravenous 2, you do in the good ending anyway, you do rescue your dad, and he is alive. But here, like, thematically speaking, with the story I was looking to tell, you know, him being kind of down on his luck and, you know, trying to live a normal life and struggling with that, you know, when it's finally revealed, like, oh, his dad's dead, like, it's like a kick in the nuts. And I'm kind of happy that it got the reaction I was looking for, because I was kind of worried about that, actually. I was kind of worried Wish I could stay and watch, but I'm busy. So cool. I'm glad you're doing this. I'll watch the VOD once I'm able to. Yeah, no problem, man. By the way, have a good rest of your evening. Thanks for stopping by, Thigikna. I appreciate it. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like, I wanted this moment to be a real kick in the balls moment. Like, it wasn't supposed to be a feel good moment at all. Like, it's really shit. It's a shit moment. And so I was happy when I got people to play test it. And I was just worried how it was going to come across. But I was so happy that people were playtesting it and going like, wow, that's fucking depressing. That's really fucking sad. I'm like, yes. I'm like, thank God. That's what I was looking for. But yeah, so yeah, I like the way this cutscene is done. Although I do need to go back and rewrite all the dialogue. Axe, that's sexist. What? What are you talking about? What's sexist? How will women get kicked in the ball? Oh, shut up. You get what I mean, Tricky. But anyways. Yeah, I just think the way this I just love the way this cutscene played out. But anyways, just gonna skip it. Now, question is, did I fix that issue that happened earlier for this? Okay, good. I did fix it. Nice. So now, Sean calls Steve, his lover, to get back in the game. Just gonna skip through it. Kicked in Flicky Bean Taco for women viewers. Tricky. All right, so gotta get the keys. Prepare to hunt. I love that. And funny enough, the original version of this map for the second apartment level, when he finally calls Steve and gets the gun, initially it was just gonna be you use the locker, but I didn't want the player to have access to all the weapons right away. So instead, I just made it so that I had a modified Smith & Wesson 45 that you can pick up. So that way, when you go to the hideout level, you're able to have a good suppressed weapon off the bat. If you didn't get the Mark 23 or whatever it's called. Also, so this is the hideout, which, by the way, also like the apartment level, when I was trying to imitate the level from the Collateral campaign, but I made this from scratch, so it has its own little differences, but not quite too different. Now if I was to redo this, I would have just made a map and then just imported the assets from Spy's level instead, because you can do that. You can import assets like objects and floor tiles and lights and all that stuff, you know, NPCs, goons. You could do all that. I just didn't know you could do that though at the time, so I fucked up. But anyways, it's this whole segment right here is just kind of a retread of what happens in the Intravenous 2. In fact, it's even to the point where, like, I have Steve be like, hey, you want a tutorial on how to play the game, which makes no sense. Like, because it's like, one, if you're playing this mod, you've probably played Intravenous 2 or possibly 1, and so you know how to play the game. Why would you need a tutorial? If anything, I kind of put it in as a joke, also as a way to kind of be like, if someone were like, how do you fucking play the game? Because I bet you there'd be that one person that would ask, well, how do you play Intravenous? Here you go, fucker. Here you go. but I'm not gonna do that. You know, it's my way of being like, it's a joke, but at the same time, kind of not a joke at the same time. Because like, if there was anybody that was going to be like, I'm not sure how to play the game properly, well, there you go. Now you can't complain that I didn't give you a tutorial. Also, it was just kind of a good way to kind of experiment with the what was it, the multiple choice options, which you could, which by the way, for those who are wondering, you can only do that in Lua. You have to do that within Lua code in order to get that multiple choice option thing to work, and then set up multiple cutscenes to have choice A and B and possibly C if you have a choice C. So there's that. Okay, so anyways, get acquainted with the hideout. I'm so fucking glad I got the training. It got the ability, getting Steve to train Sean. Like, I'm glad I was able to get this to work, because here's the thing: you could have just spawned the hideout Steve NPC from the Collateral campaign. The problem is, the moment you try to do anything like inquire or anything else, is it's trying to pull from information from a different campaign. So what ends up happening is, if you try to use this version of Steve, or the hideout version of Steve from the Collateral campaign, it crashes the game. So I was like, how do I get Steve to do this for my campaign? And I finally, it was taking me a long time. I'm like, how the fuck do I do it? But eventually I got it to work, and I'm so happy that I did. Sorry guys, but spoiler alert, Steve and Sean play BTD6 in the next level, and Steve places an Insta 520 banana farm, but they lose the game immediately because Sean did not place his free dart monkey, and then Steve kills him. Sorry for the spoilers. Don't listen to him. That is a lie. None of that happens. But anyways, yeah, like I got this working, and I'm so happy I got this to work. What the fuck? I thought I fixed that. Why is it reverting to the blue sprites instead of the red ones? That's weird. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Strange. I'm just gonna upgrade my hand-to-hand, why not? Okay, so I managed to train my combat to level 2. Yes, buddy. I'm fucking powerful. Alright, might as well get suited up for the next level. Oh wow, I do not have a lot of money at all. Yikes. I'm like, yeah, I do. Okay, cool. CBT time. Not sure what that means. Right. Setting up for the next level. Do I want a grenade? Taser mine, why not? Cool. Let's move on to the next mission. Actually, just gonna skip all this, just because it's a little long, and I really have nothing to say about what ends up being said. All you need to know is that I'm gonna get. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm probably gonna end up skipping that cutscene, but I will talk about it a little bit and why I added it, because some people may be wondering why I added that scene, which, by the way, that scene's not available for those who played the demo. That's gonna be something that's gonna be added once I finish the mod. So, but fuck it, I'll show it off a little bit. Okay, so let's play the map. So this is what map is this? BM5, which is the The abandoned complex. What the fuck? Did I alert somebody already? Nice. Yeah, buddy. Oh, what the fuck? What did he do? Oh, what the hell? Did they spot me? That wasn't supposed to happen. Uh-oh. Oh, is it because they heard the... Yeah, I think that's what happened. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, someone heard me. If I can remember this map, I smoked so much when I was streaming this part. Yeah, I remember that part as well. Yeah, you were trying to go through like a madman. And just slaughter everything. Oh, fuck, I did not want to pick him up. Bye, bitch. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, my God. I did not see them coming. Whoops. Okay, well, that did not go well at all. Oh, speaking of... Actually, you know what? I'll hold off on that for now. Because I'm going to speak about something that... I may end up going on a tangent. Because it fucking irritated the shit out of me. Oh, shit. No fucking shot. That just happened. That's hilarious. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in this game. That was funny. Dude just fell over his own shoes and just allowed, because I thought he was gonna shoot me. I'm like, oh shit, did I fuck up? Sure enough, he just fell. He tripped over his own 2 feet and just, I was able to knock him out, so that worked out. Oh shit, I almost forgot. Oh god, oh god, oh god. God. Ooh, shit. Oh god. Fuck. Oh, great. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. That's not good. Oh shit. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry. Oh boy, this sucks. Okay. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Get off my ball sack. Oh, shit. Yeah, run. Okay, actually, yeah, I need to talk about this. So here's the thing. Okay, I'm back. I can watch now. Hello, konnichiwa. Hey, what's up, Thigikna? How you doing, man? Glad you're back. But yeah, so I have a rant. Because... And I did end up making a compromise for this, but there's this stupid conversation that ended up happening in the Exclusive Squad Games Discord revolving locked doors and loot rooms. Because here's the thing. Initially, when I made these maps, I made it so that in order to get to these locked rooms, like this room, for example, you need to get a key card. You need to find it in the map. And the reason I did that is because I want you to explore the map, right? Gameplay design makes sense. You know, if you want people to explore, give people a reason to explore. Oh, the door's locked and you can't kick it down? Oh, guess I gotta find the key card. Dude, there were people throwing a bitch fit in the because I got people to playtest the maps. Especially the last build, and there was this conversation that was going on in the Discord that I was tagged in, where they were fucking bitching about, like, why can't I just kick all these doors down? Because I want you to explore the fucking maps. you know, and so and it was just stupid. It was the dumbest conversation I ever had. You know, because it's like I didn't design these maps to be sped run. Like I'm not designing this for a speedrunner. Like that's not what I'm doing. Ignore the Russian kids, man. They don't like anything fun. They fried their dopamine receivers on Berber, Hadamine, and tung Sahur. I don't. But yeah, like fucking, like it was just the dumbest conversation in the world. Now I did end up making a change because, like, thinking about it, there was a thing that I did hate, was that there were certain loot rooms that didn't have that much valuables in it that you couldn't kick at all. So I thought, okay, so I made a compromise where it was like, what if loot rooms that can be, or that doesn't have that much valuable stuff, like blueprints, or like like a gun that is like you have to find it in the map in order to unlock it. Like, what if I make those loot rooms you have to find the key card, period. No other way. You have to find the key card because there's no other way to do it. Whereas the loot rooms that have not that much valuables, or guns that you could already find in the map because of goons may already have them, just make those kickable. So that's what I ended up doing. Oh, the pussy posse's coming. I need to get the fuck out of here. All right. Yeah, I'm glad how this map came out. Feels like a legit IV Intravenous map. I'm happy with how it came out. Oh shit, there's just a dude hiding right there. I think I hate campers. Oh shit, please tell me. Oh god, I need to get inside. Okay, cool. Question is there anyone in here? No, there's not. Oh, but there is a guy. Guess what I'm doing? Oh, what the fuck? Did you see that? I shot that guy 3 times and he didn't fucking go down. I'm gonna have to watch that. Oh, fuck. Shit. Okay. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Fuck off. Fuck you. Get off my dick. Yeah, I like this one too. I gotta agree. Map was IV-like. Yeah, thanks. Because that was what I was aiming for. I was trying to make this campaign feel like a natural extension of IV, and so I'm glad that the map came together like that. Getting the key card to Baldy's office. Oh, by the way, I also made a change where, because I was doing this thing where I would make checkpoints to like the end point of the level, like where you confront somebody, and I made it so that you had to find the key card. Oh fuck! Oh, that's right. That's so. Yeah, the only problem I have with this van right here is that even though it's supposed to be tall enough that they can't see over it, unfortunately, like I would have to look at the code or see if I could figure out how to make that. It's weird. I don't know how else to say it. Oh, fucking shit. Get me out of here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was bad. Ah, I didn't fucking... Okay, whatever. You know what? Oh, wow. I'm so lucky he didn't fucking spot me. Bye. Super easy, but annoying to do if you need many OBJ plus assets. Yeah, I want to figure out if I can like edit the code for the van so that way people can't just see you through the fucking object, because they shouldn't be able to see me through the van. Yeah, I didn't save that. I need to remember that F5 is my friend. Because that's my problem. Wow, they didn't hear me? Those guys in there? Holy shit. Okay, well, those guys are dead. Yeah, Tricky, if you could figure that out, that'd be awesome. Okay, someone heard me. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Hello? Are you gonna open the door? Okay, never mind. Fuck you. I'm just gonna go this way. But yeah, like I said, if you can figure out how to do that, to change like the height of the object so that players and goons can't see through it, or over it, that'd be nice. Gotcha. I don't know why I turned the light off there. There was no reason for me to do it. Oh yeah, I don't think I finished my thought. But yeah, another one of the changes I made to the maps, especially the checkpoint doors that lead into the confrontation areas, I changed those doors to be kickable. Because like, I'll admit, it was kind of annoying me as well. That like I would get to the end of the level and I realize I don't have the key card for it. So I'm like, well, fuck that. I should, you know, I'll just make them kickable. So yeah, I did that. If I said that already, I apologize. I am forgetful sometimes. Okay. Ooh. Hello. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. Okay, so yeah, I don't have the key for that. I can't remember. I don't have the key for the money room either. You may be wondering why I didn't just keep this door locked, or like keep it so that you can't kick the door open for that one. In my opinion, the money, it's valuable. Don't get it twisted. Money is valuable in this game, but to me, the more valuable things are the actual guns. So, and the blueprints. Those to me are more valuable. So that's why I made the money rooms able to be kicked. Like the only reason I would make it so that you have to absolutely get a key for a money room is I would have to put enough on what is that money image? What you mean? Oh, was it showing something else? Pick up, there were 2 gear slots. Oh, I probably didn't change the because fuck, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know why that happened. Oh, there we go. Gunsmith room 2. Oh shit. Hello. Guess what I'm doing? I'm getting off a moss. Did I fucking shoot that thing? Oh, that's not what I was aiming for, but okay, whatever. There we go. Oh, fuck. Two gears, not slots. Oh, 2 gears, yeah. Yeah, I think I may have gotten to designate the money as money or something like that. Like, or like the type of currency that you're picking up. So that may be the issue. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh shit. Alrighty. All right, Baldy, let's have a little chat. Oh wow. I did not intend for, yeah, like playing this in what was it, 1080p definitely changes the way this looks, because yeah, because I would intended for them to be visible, but because I play the game normally on 3440 by 1440p, I'm able to see things, right? Yeah, some people are not, so I'm probably gonna have to fix that. I mean, you still get the same effect, but you do miss out on some key details. Like, for example, at the top left, Steve is just sitting outside, which pretty cool. Right where they can't see me, I got a little surprise for them. The lights go off, turn on the MVGs, and hit them in the face. Real fucking hard. I actually loved making this cutscene. The only thing that sucks about the cutscene editor is, like, I wish there was a way to get them to fire full auto without having to do what I did, because it was ridiculous what I had to do just to get them to fire as many bullets in succession as possible. I think it was like for every shot, it was like a different part for each goon. It was so dumb. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that scrolls slower if you're running on a lower resolution, or interesting. Because normally it would just scroll right up for me, no problem. But I guess if you're playing this on a lower resolution, it scrolls a little slower. Okay, I didn't know about that. That's interesting. Also, I thought it was a funny detail in the dialogue here. He's like, what if he wakes up before you get back to the hideout because they're kidnapping Baldy? He just goes, oh, nothing like a little dose of horse tranquilizer doesn't fix. Which is like so stupid, because it's like, the thing with Steve's character is he hates drugs with a passion, and anyone that uses them. Or I don't know necessarily the people, but like, he hates drugs. He doesn't want anything to do with hard drugs or anything like that. He wants it nowhere near him. In fact, there was a line in Collateral where fucking, what was it? Sean floated the idea, like, what if I find drugs? like what if I find drugs? We could just sell that for extra cash. And Steve's like, don't bring that shit around me. The only thing I would use it for is to shove it down the throats of the fuckers. You know, like, it's like so deranged. So it makes no, so it kind of makes not that much sense that he would just have horse tranquilizer on him, or what's it called, ketamine. It doesn't make sense that he would just have ketamine on him. But then I thought about it. I'm like, well, actually, that would make sense. He would use drugs not on himself or anyone that he cares about, but on the people he really wants to fuck up. So him using tranquilizer in that situation kind of makes sense to me. So yeah, bit of a double standard. I love smoking ketamine. I hope you don't actually do that. Or, well, who am I? I'm not your fucking daddy. Do whatever you want, I guess. Also, I don't know why I added this bathroom, and it's just so big, and there's a tub, a shower, lockers. I guess the idea was like, this is like a VIP like bathroom for like those that used to work at this company or this, you know, warehouse, abandoned warehouse complex or something like that, but whatever. All right, time to get the fuck out of here. Please. Okay, there's no one off screen. Good. I'm just gonna. Actually, should I just go out and blaze glory? Why not? Baldy in the gang bath time. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, should I get the deal? Why not, right? Nice. There we go. The chain. Oh, shit. Fuck you. God, Deagle's so fucking good. Yeah, brother. All right, so now we're gonna get on to the more recent levels past the demo. So if you don't want anything spoiled, for those especially watching the VOD, if you don't want any of future content to be spoiled, I'm gonna try and dance around certain details to keep them unspoilerable. Or to not spoil those who want to take these in fresh for the first time when the game or the mod finally comes out in 1.0. But I will talk about them a little bit. So, and just for a warning, because I'm not gonna play the scene in full. But the next hideout section does have something pretty fucked up in it, which. The Gikna and Tricky, you probably are already aware of what I'm talking about. Are you gonna be watching the whole? No, I'm not going to. I'm gonna talk about it and why I made it, but I'm not gonna play it in full, just because one, I don't know how that would play out on YouTube and whether that would be okay to do. I don't know, but I do at least want to kind of explain my thought process for why I wrote the scene. Because I won't lie, actually, let's just go to the next level. Yeah, I'm not going to play it in full, because it's fucked up. It's a really fucked up scene. So, yeah, so we end up torturing Baldy. And, so, when I wrote the scene... Because like my line of thinking with the scene when I was writing it was because in Intravenous 1 and 2, the guys you're like confronting and holding at gunpoint, they're not like hardcore special operator like mercenary types. They're fucking like mooks for the mob and fucking drug dealers and drug addicts and stuff like or politicians or guys that don't get guns pointed at them often, right? Or if they do, they're not used to torture at the very least. So with someone like Baldy and his Gideon's merry band of men, these guys are like, in my head, these are like mercenaries. These are like former hardcore soldiers. Like these guys have done like hardcore shit within the military at some point, and most definitely are not easy to just extract information from them because they've probably trained for that. So it's like, well, how do you get someone like that to break and give you the information you want? So, I was like when I was writing the scene, I'm like, well, where do I go from here? Like, what do I do? So then I thought, what's the worst thing that could happen to me in this instance? Like, what could someone do that would make me squeal? So I wrote a scene. Yeah, Gideon's crew is definitely much different from all the other targets you find in the base game. Yeah. So when I was writing this, like, I'm like, well, what's the worst thing that could happen, especially if you're a man? What's the worst thing that could happen to you that would absolutely get you to break? So I wrote a scene, and this which I'm not showing the whole thing. In fact, I'm just gonna skip it. I'll talk about that in a second, Tricky. I wrote a scene where Steve grabs a fucking screwdriver from a toolbox and basically goes, okay, Baldy, I'm gonna stick this up your penis. And he does. It's fucked up. It's not comfortable. And honestly, like, it's kind of funny because when I got you guys to play test it, especially you, Thigikna, because like I remember, yeah, it's nasty. I remember uploading the last the BRK update for the playtest, and I got you guys to play it, and eventually you DM'd me on Discord like, oh, I'm finally getting to the new content, and then like an hour goes by, or an hour or so goes by, I'm like, awful quiet on his end. So I sent a DM to Thigikna. I'm like, hey, so is there anything to report about the new content? And you brought it up. You're like, dude, I had to take a break. That shit was rough. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I forgot to warn you guys. I should have warned you guys. I feel so fucking bad. But then there's another part of me. When I heard that, I'm like, yes! Because it's like, it got a reaction. And that was what I was looking for. And I was happy that it got a reaction. And so, but anyways, after Steve does the deed, it kind of creates this odd little rift between Sean and Steve, because like I said earlier in the stream, Sean, I call him the hitman with a heart of gold, where it's like, yeah, he kills people, but he likes to only kill the bad people. He doesn't engage in like, say, stuff like torture necessarily, you know. So when Steve goes that far, it's like, oh shit, what the fuck. Yeah, it just goes to show how effective the scene is. Yeah, it's meant to be uncomfortable. Just calling it don't call it doing the deed. Oh god. But yeah, anyways. And to address Tricky, it was hilarious because in the Discord, in the Intravenous Discord, because I ended up sending out a warning on the mod playtest text chat thing, that hey, if you're gonna download this, like, just so you know, there's some fucked up shit in this map after Baldy's complex, so you know, nothing wrong with skipping it. And so fucking Tricky literally said on the Discord, he's like, yeah, I forget how that conversation went down, or no, I said, he's like, oh, what was it? And I'm like, I'm not gonna say much, it involves a screwdriver. And he's like, oh, well, I actually wrote a scene for DOP where someone shoves a rusty screwdriver up the player's dick. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy how he had the same idea as I did. But here's the thing, I didn't know about that. So I didn't steal from him. It was a total coincidence that we both came up with a similar scene for our mods. So it was just pretty funny. But yeah, and here, like, Sean's like much more quiet and much more reserved now, because he's like, doesn't know what to think about Steve at this point. You know, he's very short with his responses. You know, and Steve tries to reassure him, like, hey man, I'm sorry. I didn't think that was gonna affect you that bad. I'm sorry. You know, and he's like, okay, whatever. Great minds think alike. Yeah. I think I said that around that time we were talking about that too. When that came up. But yeah, yeah, great minds think alike, I guess. Okay, well, no, you know, so anyways, Sean goes on a walk around the block to get his mind off of things, and Steve's like, well, shit. I don't know if he's gonna be ready for what's gonna come next. So anyways, had him like kind of walk. I didn't have him actually walk around the building, but the idea was like he walks out the front door and like walks around the side to, I don't know, smoke a cigarette or fucking something, like maybe, you know, take some stems to get his mind off of things. Okay, so I'm also gonna skip over the what was it, the dialogue for the debriefing as well. Shut up, stream elements. Yeah, sorry about that. Proceed to next mission. Yeah. Oh, I need to figure out, because yeah, I need to figure, because the whole idea every time you got back to a hideout was every time, because like in the main campaign, every time you talk to Steve, he has a new thing to inquire about. Like, so it's like the first time you meet him, he has a set of dialogue when you ask to inquire. But on the second time around, when you go back to the map or the hideout map after the first time, he has a totally different set of dialogue. So I need to figure out a way to get, because if I were just to click this right now, it would just pull from dialogue I wrote for the first hideout mission, and it wouldn't make sense. Also, I need to figure out a way to, once you do a certain option and go back to this menu, and anytime you talk to him after that, just gets rid of the option for the rest of the level. So that's something I need to figure out. Might as well train. Yeah, I got the cash. All right, let's get to it. All right, and then let's see. Got the famous. Oh shit, I just realized I just wasted all my money. Oops. Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. I love the FAMAS in this game, though. Just the fire rate is insane. Gun go brrr. Alright. Start the next level. Oh, yeah, so... actually, you know what? I'll talk about it when I get to the next, skip the cutscene. So... what the fuck? Why did it play that? Weird. Okay. So one thing I need to work on at some point with this map is I need to make custom sprites for Steve here, where instead of it being him in his commando outfit, it's just him like in his civvies, you know, without his balaclava and stuff. Initially, I was going to make sprites that, you know, I was going to take the ply hair sprites and expand upon them. But instead, I decided, because I thought, like, oh, that's going to take a long time, you know, to have to do that by hand. So I thought, well, what I could do instead is, like, take the, what was it? The commando outfit, Steve, and just place his ply hair head on top of the model, and then cut down on his chest area, which is supposed to be where his Molly vest is. So to make him look more like a civvy, and it's gonna take a long time, but where it's gonna take some time to get that finished. But that's something I eventually do want to finish, and then yeah, and just get that done. That way I could use it for the next. So it can make sense narratively, because right now it doesn't make sense at all. Oh yeah, I got this. Yeah, okay, and then I'll just a knife. Okay. Oh, by the way, there is, I don't know what's going on, because I swear to God I set this up properly. But there is supposed to be a scene here where these three guys are like doing a black market deal, right? And so right over there, there's a weapon drop for a Saiga 12. I think it's like full auto, or like a full auto Saiga 12 or something like that. I think. I forget what I did with it. And the idea was you were supposed to pass a scene trigger that then starts them talking to each other. But for some reason on this map, I don't know why, even though I set it up properly, they don't talk. And what's supposed to happen is they're supposed to be talking about Like, oh, you know, like this guy right here. Oh, well, you know, you got the shit? Yeah, I got the shit. Oh, you got a stack of 12? Fuck yeah, man. How much is it? It's like $1,200. $1,200? Fuck that shit, bro. Like, I ain't spending $1,200. Well, take it or leave it. How about I just take it? Pop, 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 and they just all kill each other. And then you could just walk up and get the fucking gun. That's what's supposed to happen here. But for some reason, it just doesn't work. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to go back on the map just to see what the hell's going on with that. But yeah, it is what it is. Also, so happy to figure out how to do the ducking of the audio when you go to certain areas and then you go to the main area. You just hear the club music just come back up, and it's not muffled. And for those who are wondering how I did that, basically I used, what was it, a script trigger and then because there's a object class called dynamic audio or whatever it's called, or dynamic sound, which you could set a trigger for like one sound and then a trigger for another. And then I just used the off limits area to use as a trigger. So once you go in here, it triggers the loud version of the club music. And then when you go anywhere else, it's definitely, it's muffled. That's how I did that. People on the toilet. Also, I'm gonna actually, this is a good opportunity because I need to test something, because I was trying to figure out how to get the script to work for, if you, because this is a two-part map. So once you get to the second part of the map, the idea was if you made any noise or you alerted the goons on this level, they'll immediately, once you enter the second map, the goons become alert, because the idea is that yeah, if you start shooting a gun and or more people shoot a gun, people upstairs are gonna fucking hear that shit. The moment you go upstairs, oh, why did I do that? Oh, actually, you know what? I'm picking that up. Oh shit. Oh, what the fuck's going on? What? Did he open the door? Oh no. What the fuck's going on? Huh? Did he open the door? What just... I'm gonna have to re-watch that. I wonder what the fuck happened there. Okay, so he just ran away. I don't know what happened. Did he... Okay. Did he spot me somehow? What the fuck happened? That was weird. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go through this level quietly. He saw the gun, I think. Really? Huh. That's weird. I thought that had to be toggled on. Or is it like a thing on true difficulty? I'm curious about that. Yeah, that's weird. I thought it was a mutator you had to toggle on. Oh shit. God. Oh fuck! Oh ho ho! Got super lucky. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, because he didn't go into the bathroom. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I wonder what the fuck happened, because normally he oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You heard me from over there? Fuck you. Well, whatever. Okay, I'm just... Oh, okay, let's go to the second part of the level. Bam. Cool. Oh, why is that narration playing? I need to figure out what's going on there. Yeah, I have no idea why that civvy just got spooked. Didn't seem like he came in the bathroom. Alright, I'm just gonna go loud. Yeah, I like how this this second part of the map. Yeah, it was the gun in the hallway. He turned towards it when he and then gets alerted. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Huh? That's interesting. So maybe it's a thing that civvies only notice. That's weird. Okay. Oh, great. Well, shit balls. Can you guys, like, literally fuck off, please? Okay, never mind. Let me just go back. Alright. Time to go postal. Oh! Pfft. Okay. That was my fault. What the fuck? Now they're alerted all of a sudden? What the fuck happened? Okay, something with the script is fucking up. That should not have... Ooh. Oh, fuck. Okay, that did not work out. Oh, fuck. Shit. Run. Woohoo! I guess maybe it also has to do with it being a social stealth level. I don't fucking know. Oh, because it's a oh, you're talking about the gun thing with the civvy? Okay, that actually would make sense. I think. But because as far as I know, the goons don't notice the guns on the floor. But the civvy did, which is weird. Oh, he's okay. They saw me fucking come out of the or go into the vent. Shit. Please tell me no one's waiting on the other side. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to pull a John Wick. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Fucking hell. Oh my god, dude. Okay. Fuck. Nope, you didn't see shit. Oh yeah, I also made a few changes to the very minor changes to this map since the playtest. Like, for example, this wasn't here before, now it is. Because I just felt it was way too open of a room. So I decided to change it a little bit. Holy shit, 19 bullets? Oh, is that why it's called the SF-19? Yeah, that's crazy. Let there be darkness. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Also, by the way, I fucking think Trigger is a goated track. I'm just glad Spy went the extra mile to get Extroller to fucking make new tracks for the new side missions that were added. Because he could have totally just phoned it in and just chose not to do that. But it's awesome that he did that. Didn't have to do that at all. Oh, okay, I didn't. I love the new 1.4 side mission songs. Yeah, they're all great. I love them. And it's just awesome too, like to use them for the campaign as well. Holy shit. Okay, he got me. Ow, that hurt. Wanna come right through, fucker? Slow it down. Oh, shit. Come on. Gotcha. Dave. Don't want to get caught with my pants down again. Oh, shit. Oh, there's a guy right there. I think he might be the last guy. No. Okay, I guess he's not. Where's the last guy? Oh, there's two guys right there. Oh, fuck. There we go. They're all dead. Okay. Oh, why did I turn that off? They're all dead. Get the money. Get the key card. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about, well, not about this map in particular, but the first part, was that I felt that I made the first part of BM6, the map A, I felt I made it a little too linear. I mean, I did add other, like, vents and stuff like that to make it to the end of the level or to the end of the map, to give it more variety, but I just feel like I didn't add enough, like, ways to go. And I felt I made it a little too linear. So that's why it's like when I made this second part of the map, I decided to go in consciously making sure that I didn't forget to do that. And I think this map B for BM6 is just way better. Oh yeah, and here's some more commentary on this. So I wasn't sure how this cutscene was gonna come across, because I was like thinking like, okay, I could have went like one of two ways. Either A, I could have made all the mercs in Gideon's merry band of men, as I like to call them. I could have made all of them like just completely evil scum fucking fuckers. But I decided to go a different way, you know, because like in the briefing for this mission, like I wrote it out that Carpenter was a guy who, like, you know, he fought in multiple tours of duty, you know, he's experienced a lot. He almost died on one mission, received a Purple Heart, you know, was a die-hard American that just would do anything for his country, but just ended up working for Gideon because, you know, of his PTSD and, you know, missing the battlefield and stuff like that. So I was like, how do I want this to play out? Because like Steve needs to get the information he needs to progress the story, right? But he's not gonna just give it away willingly, right? Like, because like that's why I did the whole torture thing for the previous hideout section. But I also didn't want to. I didn't want to do it again. I didn't want to have to, because like I didn't want it to be this thing where, oh well, I guess we have to do, you know, cock and ball torture for every single fucking guy just to get the information we need. So instead I decided to make it that Carpenter, you know, he's okay with the idea of Steve killing him, and he's much more cooperative because, yeah, he's working with Gideon and Gideon's a fuckface, you know, piece of shit. But he doesn't necessarily like the idea of what Gideon's doing, but he can't leave because otherwise Gideon would fucking kill him too, or he would just, you know. So instead, he's like, okay, well, I'll give you the information you need, Steve. And feel free to pull a bullet in my head. I'm totally okay with that. I was hoping Steve would have chosen to spare him in the end, but I see why he didn't. I'll be honest, I actually did think during the making this mission, I did think like, oh, what if I decide to make a option to spare Carpenter? Like, I really thought about it, but then I also thought like, well, you know, that I could do that, but then that I would have to think super hard about how that has a ripple effect throughout the rest of the story and what changes and how the fuck do I do that. And so I was like, okay, you know what, fuck it, I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just gonna make it that he just goes, yeah, go ahead, kill me. And you know, Steve obliges him. Essentially, he obliges Carpenter to kill him. You know, and in fact, one of my favorite parts of this cutscene especially is like when, you know, Carpenter's like, okay, I'm ready to go meet my fallen comrades, and then Steve pulls out his gun and he goes, no, actually, yeah, what does he say? Thank you for your service, may God rest your soul. Because if you remember the scene, with Baldy in the hideout, the torture scene, before Steve kills Baldy off, he goes, thank you for your service, like in a mocking tone. Like that was the intent. He says it in a mocking way because like, fuck Baldy, right? But Carpenter is the opposite, where he's actually respectful. He's actually like being cooperative. He's not giving him a hard time. And he, at this point in time, sees a man that's broken and just wants it to be over. And so when he says, okay, I'm ready to see my fallen comrades, and Steve just pulls his gun out and is like, thank you for your service, may God rest your soul. He says that genuinely. He says that like, you know, he says it like with good intent, like in respect. And yeah, so I'm glad it came across well, because I was worried how the scene was going to play out or how people were going to perceive it, because there was this part of me that was kind of second guessing myself when writing it and putting it in the game. I was like, how is it going to be perceived? Isn't it just going to feel a little too convenient that he just gives them the information? But no, apparently people liked it and thought it came across pretty good. So, you know, I'm glad that it did. Okay, let's get out of this mission, and then you'll get to see some new content, because after the mission, or after this mission, you go back to the hideout. But in the BRK update of the playtest, this was it. Once you finished the level, that was it. That was all the levels that were available so far. So now I'm going to show you some more content after I finish this level. Oh, are they alerted now because of the script? I have no idea what's going on. I hear the alert sound, but I do not. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, for some reason the fucking script isn't working the way I want it. Oh, fuck me. Fuck you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. I need to get the fuck out of here. Holy... Oh, jeez. I don't want to shoot any of these civilians. Weird. Are you talking about the... Yeah. Yeah, because, like, I'm trying to use the script for this level, so once you go loud on the level and you alert everybody, it alerts the other map as well. But for some reason, it's not working the way I want it to. I don't know what's going on. If Astro was around, I would ask him how to fucking do it, or how, or what I may be doing wrong. But Astro is not around for some reason. So yeah, this is the new content. You're back. Yeah, gotta admit, social stealth isn't my thing, but I got it done. The info we needed. Speaking of which, what happened? With Carpenter, I mean. Oh yeah, it was strange. When I opened the door to his office, I expected a 9mm hello, but he was non-combative with me. Didn't even bother to draw a gun. Straight up gave up the info on where to find tourists too. What? Why? From my brief chat with him, it seemed like the Merc... From the brief chat with him, it seemed that the Merc life didn't quite turn out the way he expected. Pair that with the PTSD and going from simple hits to running a money laundering scheme, I guess the weight of what he was doing got to him. He just wanted it to end, so I ended it. Can't say I expected that. Me neither. But hey, sometimes things work out in strange ways. No point in trying to make sense of it. It is what it is. In any case, how are you doing? That head of yours, I mean. That was perfect. The way that was not intentional, because like the gestures he's doing is all on his own and it's random. The fact that the moment I read in that head of yours, he does the gun thing to the head animation, that was perfect. Totally unintentional, but that was awesome. Well, I did a bit of thinking about what you said. Well, I don't like the idea of torture. It's something I want no part of, but you're right. These guys aren't like the people we've taken on before. Gun to the face and harsh words aren't enough. I want to get to Gideon. That means we got to bend our morals a bit to get what we want. So be it. Like I said before, Sean, I take no pleasure in what I did to Baldy to get the info we needed. But we live in a cruel world, and sometimes a little cruelty is necessary to get what we need. It ain't always pretty, but sometimes it's what is needed. Yeah, I suppose. In any case, we got some prep ahead of us. We need to get some training in or whatever. Now's the time. Just talk to me when you're ready to hunt down tourists. Uh-oh, what's going on now? How do you do the character animations during the cutscenes, by the way? You know what? Fuck it. Let me show you how to do it. Let me switch over to... Hold on one second. Actually, yeah, let me switch over here. There we go. Okay, so... Okay. I need to do something. Pull up VS Code. Okay. And then I will pull up my dialogue folder to show you how to do it. Okay. Then I'll display it on the screen. Oh wait, actually, let me make this smaller. The fuck? Is that not? What the fuck is going on, brother? Like shit. No, I don't want to use this. Why can't, hold on. Properties. There we go. Okay, cool. Transition. There we go. All right. So here's my code for the dialogue I wrote for the hideout, or for this scene specifically. So here it is. So basically the way it works, you have to write the dialogue handler, register question, parentheses, brackets, and then you got your image, which self-explanatory, the name ID, again self-explanatory, text nil, next question, which is the next dialogue that comes up next, blah 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 blah, the ID, and then you have gesture. So right here, this is the code that gets the NPCs to do animations to animate an emote during a cutscene. So for example, for Sean, to get him to do that conversation or to wave his hand around when he's talking, you just do player, actor, just player, actor, make sure A is capitalized, period, generic, capital player, capital comm, capital gesture, all one word, comma. And then you also have to make sure that gesture equals nil is a thing in your Lua code, because otherwise it won't work. So yeah, just make sure that's done properly. Also make sure that that your dialogue Luas that you write for each map is required by your main Lua file also. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. And so once you do all that, you're able to, instead of having to write the dialogue within the main map editor, honestly, I prefer doing it this way because one, it's so much easier to just copy and paste from Scrivener all my dialogue that I wrote into here, and then just to be able to do the animations and whatnot within the Lua code itself. It's just so much easier, in my opinion, than fucking around with the map editor. At least for me. For some people, may not be so easy, but for me. Wait, what the fuck's going on? Did I get a payment? Wait a minute, hold on. What is this? Hold on. Tricky, did you fucking donate to me? Hold on. What the fuck is this? Is that $100? The fuck is that? Actually, I would have to go into it. Well, either way, Tricky, thank you for donating. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question. And if you need Thigikna, I could send you like as an example, I can send you like these like one of these files like as an example that you could use. So if that's something that would make things easier for you, I would totally I'm more than willing to do so. So yeah, that's something I can do if that's something you want. But yeah, but again, once again, Tricky, thanks for donating. I appreciate that. It's really nice of you. You didn't have to do it, but you did, and I appreciate that. Let's see. I take the call. Oh yeah, he gets a call. So I set it up like it's like, okay, it's gonna be more of the same. You know, we finished our talk, and then I can go train and do all this stuff. But then he gets a call. Oh wait, hold on. I need to pull up my studio. I've looked at the dialogue for the base game before, so no need. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. Hello? Well, if it ain't the bitch boy wonder. Gideon. Correct. You miss me? Fuck you. Why are you even calling me fuckface? I'd shut that foul mouth of yours if I was you. Listen to what I have to say. It's very important. I'm listening. Good. Now listen closely. I heard word of what was going on at my operations. Cradle Inc., Baldy disappearing from his complex, and even Carpenter was found dead at the Big Red Kiss. Gotta say, I was mighty angry to hear about that. That said, sometimes fate just brings you a gift. You and your boyfriend Steve may have been making a mess of my operations, but I gotta say, Baldy did a real good thing for me. I was just confused as to how the dialogue script chooses which actor does the animation. So yeah, it's just, I think it's just dependent, not so much on, it's just dependent on so for example, if you put in generic Steve calm gesture, if Steve is on the screen, it'll know which NPC to choose. But if you're playing as the player, which is John or Steve, but in this case, it would be the player, because I'm the player. I'm playing as Sean. in the scene. You would pick generic player calm gesture. And so that's what you would do. And then it'll know immediately which to choose. So it's like, I think it's like a hard-coded thing that Spy did. So that way it'll just do it automatically for you. You don't have to think about it. You just need to set the right gesture for the right NPC. So that's how it works. I was curious about where he ended up because he disappeared, poof, vanished into thin air, with none of my men the wiser. Here's what you don't know. I gave strict orders to my right-hand men to always swallow a tracking device every day, so that if anything were to happen to them, we knew where to find them, because I had a feeling something someday would happen at some point where I would wonder where they may have went. I think you know where this is going. Fuck off. You're full of shit. You tracked his location to that little love shack of yours on the outskirts of town. That abandoned warehouse you call a hideout? I gotta say, you've got balls to take out 2 of my men, but you are 2 steps behind. My men are outside your location right now, waiting on my order to blow both your asses to Kingdom Come. You are completely surrounded. However, I say we strike a deal. If you 2 step out of the warehouse with your hands up, my men will take you into our custody, and we will convince you 2 to work for us, to make up for the loss of manpower. Because as much as I hate to admit it, you 2 are really good, and it would be a waste to kill you 2. Don't comply, however, then say your prayers to a higher power. So, what will you do? Get in? Yeah, I'm listening. Coming for you. I'm taking your head as a fucking trophy. Steve! Get armed! We got incoming! Way ahead of you. So yeah, immediately you get assaulted by these fuckers. I'm gonna see, do I got any grenades? Yes, I do now. What about flashbangs? I may need to make some changes to this map, but oh, fuck me. Okay. Run! Oh, hopefully, oh, he got hurt. Oh my god. Yeah. All right. So, turn the lights off. Fuck you, bitch. What just happened? No. The game crash? Okay, stream seems to be still going. Well, what the fuck? Okay, that sucks. What? Everything's good. The stream's still running, right? Can I get a... What? Okay. Yeah, it just crashed. I don't know what the fuck happened. I have no idea what happened. That's strange. Okay, well, I guess I'll just have to relaunch the game. Yeah, don't know what caused that. And it didn't give me an error code, so... Yeah, I want to say this is like the second time today that's happened to me with the IV. I don't know why. So, yeah, that sucks. We'll just start it again. All right, there we go. That should display on the screen. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I thought something worse happened. Your stream is still up. Okay, good. I was worried that something catastrophic happened. Okay. Let's do this again. Oh! What? You're telling me he wasn't behind cover? The fuck? Okay, poor Steve. I didn't mean to get you killed. Okay, run. There we go. Got one of them. Oh, yep. Turn around. Woo! That was too close. Yeah, we can't stay here. We need to move. Gotta say, Gideon's a lot smarter than I thought. Either way, we need to find another place to lay low. Place that Gideon isn't aware of. Like where? This hideout is compromised and we can't go to my house or your apartment. Or, oh no, excuse me. Can't just go to your house or my apartment. Let me give Lee a call. Perhaps he knows of a place. Steve, what's going on? Lee, our hideout has been compromised. Gideon's men discovered our location. Oh, fuck. You guys okay? Me and Sean are fine, but if we stick around here, it won't be too long until Gideon sends a whole regiment of his mercs. We need somewhere to go. Someplace he wouldn't think to look. Know of a place? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna text you the address. Meet me there. Alright, thanks. I owe you one. One hand washes the other. Alright, Sean. Let's take what we can from the gun locker and put it in the car ASAP. We are leaving. And then we end up getting a new hideout. Basically. So yeah. So basically, if anyone's confused, what ended up happening was after the torture scene and after killing Baldy, instead of taking his body far, far away, Steve decided to just bury him outside or something like that. I don't know. Like in the dirt nearby the warehouse. But because he had a tracker, Gideon's men were able to find him. So that happens, and then they need to get the fuck out. And Lee's like, okay, I think we got something we can work with. Holy crap, this is the safe house. From the outside, it looks like a damn mini mansion. Oh, look, it's pad 4. Well, look at what the cat dragged in. Still in one piece, I see. Nice to see you too, Lee. This your place? Yeah, I built this place myself. Took a while, but it's in tip-top shape. Granted, this isn't where I myself live. This is my home away from home. I built this as a proper safe house just in case anything went wrong. And it seems like it did. Yeah, I didn't expect the welcoming committee to greet us at our hideaway. Well, regardless, you're alive now, and that's what matters. Come on, let me give you a tour. Over here is the living room, geared with some amenities such as a TV, game console, pool table, and a bar filled with plenty of booze. Directly outside this room is a pool, so if you need to kick back and relax, you are more than welcome to. Nice, although may need to skip the booze though. Oh, right. Well, there is some non-alcoholic beer stocked at the bar and some vending machines with plenty of sodas, so... Hey, no worries, Lee. I've been so preoccupied with Gideon I haven't even considered having a drink. Plus, we can just use any of those bottles of liquor to make some mollies. That's true, but try and leave the really expensive stuff on the top shelf alone anyways. Down the hall, we have a gym, 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, and past the hall... a gun range stocked with plenty of guns and ammo. Holy shit. I gotta say, I'm impressed, Lee. You really outdid yourself. I mean, I wouldn't be much of a good cop if I didn't practice my aim. That said, any weapon you have, you could store here for now. Like always, if you need something ordered off the black market, just let me know. Seriously, thank you, Lee. I don't know how to repay you. You can repay me by killing that fucker Gideon. Like I always say. Yeah, I know. One hand washes the other. See? You're getting it. Seems like my charmer's rubbing off on you after all. Don't get too full of yourself now, Lee. In any case, I gotta go. Gotta keep appearances at the precinct. You take care of yourselves. Will do. Keep in touch. All right, I'm gonna take inventory. Come to me when you're ready for our next outing. Got it. Okay, and that's basically all I really want to show you as far as like the levels that are completed so far. Yeah, there's some things I still need to work on. Might as well give you a bit more of a tour just so you can see it. So yeah, so gun range, hideout, deal, got bathrooms, a fucking gym. I wish you could work out at the gym, but let's just say if you talk to Steve, you can work out with him and get sweaty. A fucking kitchen. Beers. Game console, fucking you know, soda, which you could just conveniently trash the place with. A pool that you can't use. And then for some reason I just made this little like gardening shack here as well. With a shotgun as well, just sitting there. Why I put a shotgun there, I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. But that's the level. Yeah, so might as well at this point kind of show off a little bit. How long have been going on for? How long has the stream been going for? Hold on, I need to see how long I've been going. Live. Oh, about almost 3 hours. Well, I might as well show you a little bit of the newest map, BM7. So, Thagikna, you saw a little bit of it, and that was like at the super beginning, and still is at the beginning technically, but I'm starting to finally put some new stuff. So this is a prison. This is going to be a abandoned prison that was overtaken by Gideon's men to be used as like a forward operating base slash training barracks and stuff like that. It's gonna be a massive level. Is big. So, and you know, I used a floor plan of a building, like of an actual jailhouse that actually exists to model after. I'm gonna take some liberties because I want it to have a dilapidated, abandoned feel. Like I might like have some walls that have come down or something like that or whatever. I'm gonna figure that out. But yeah, so far it's like I already got some beds and toilets, and like these are gonna be cells, and there's gonna be more cells. There's gonna be cells right here, cells right here. I think right here is gonna be like the prison showers. Don't grab the soap. It's gonna be like a maintenance area. I don't know what these are gonna be. This is gonna be like a reception area or something like that. Kitchen, mess hall, an outside area. A freezer is gonna be right here, so I'm gonna put a bunch of meat and shit in there. This area, I forget what it's called. Let me take a look at the tags. Yeah, kitchen, laundry. Although I should probably like add like a door here so it's separated, but also don't know why the kitchen and the laundry is together, but whatever. Yeah, actually I think it was just based off of the, yeah, anyways. Also I've been doing this thing recently when making maps that instead of just placing objects right away, I use the wall tiles, like the gray wall tiles, to designate like, hey, like say this is gonna be a table. I'll just use the wall tiles, and then this may be like a vending machine or something, or like a I don't know, a bookshelf or something, you know, just so I can lay out what I want it to look like ahead of time. So that's something I've been doing recently. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how I want the layout to look for every room. Honestly, it's gonna be an undertaking, but the good news is once I finish this map, basically there's only one more map after that, and then, well, actually, yeah, because the last level, Blood Money, before the final epilogue, Blood Money, the level Blood Money is already finished. Like the final confrontation with Gideon, like that's already finished basically. Although I do need to make some changes here and there, but basically it's basically already finished. Yeah, I was gonna plan on also doing some more map editing on stream, but I think I'll save that for another day. I'm fucking I just need it. I need some rest. Hopefully you guys found this fun and interesting. I appreciate all you guys. Thagikna, Shelby, Tricky. Thank you guys for showing up. Also, I appreciate shout out to Tricky for donating. I really appreciate that. Totally didn't need to. But he did, and I appreciate that. So yeah, thanks a lot, Tricky. I appreciate that. So yeah, have a good rest of your day, night, whatever makes you happy. Thank you guys for coming out, and I want to do another stream later down the line, working more on the 7th map. So that's something I want to do at some point, but for now that's it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. Peace. All right.